So at this point, I feel like everybody's carrying. Everybody's doing too much. This is the last time we're gonna talk about this shit. Then we done. Then we done. I'm tired. I've been scrolling for 2 days looking at this shit. We tired. Y'all already know what it is. Make sure you go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Also, relatable content podcast. Link in the description. We had a fun time with Tony Talks, so yeah, just check it out. Latest episode is already out. But yeah, let's get into this Will Smith stuff, child. Just the last, like I said, the last time we're gonna talk about this shit. The last time, because y'all doing way too much. Look at this shit.
One second question. I want to talk about Will Smith and Chris Rock. You know, it's the biggest story right now. Is that something that the White House condoned, that type of violence? Do you condemn it? And do you do anything to support comedians who are being attacked and other artists? Thank you.
So I don't have any official comment from the White House on the altercation. I know the president was not able to watch the Oscars.
Why did this shit reach the White House? Like, at this point, it's not that serious. So first on the agenda, let's just talk about Will Smith's apology, right? So he said, violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. Also, Jada said this on Instagram. She said, this is a season for healing and I'm here for it. And I completely love that. Miss Mamas was just like, listen. She was just like, listen, I ain't paying attention to what the fuck y'all talking about. I just want healing over here, bitch. Them girls talking about they probably gonna take this to the Red Table Talk. I would love to see it there, and that would be a good way for them to, you know what I mean? It's just like, bitch, keep that shit in house. You feel me? Keep that shit in house. Clear shit up on your own terms, on your own table. I live for shit like that. But yeah, like I said, everybody has been carrying. Everybody has been, in my opinion, doing way too much. My entire social media timeline for days, has been this nonstop. And I know I'm contributing to this shit right now by making a video about this shit, but listen, this is the last time. This is the last time. I'm exhausted, and I know y'all are too. I know y'all are too. Okay, so apparently now the Academy is saying, hey, guess what, girl? We're gonna meet up and think about some repercussions. We're gonna think about some consequences for Will Smith for doing that shit. This is coming from NBC. The organization behind the Oscars said its board of governors have initiated a disciplinary proceeding against Will Smith for violating the group's standards of conduct. During the board's next meeting on April 18th, it will decide what action it will take, if any, including suspension or expulsion. Part of the Academy's statement said Mr. Smith's actions at the 94th Oscars were a deeply shocking, traumatic event to witness in person and on television. Mr. Rock, we apologize to you for what you experienced on our stage, and thank you for your resilience in that moment. We also apologize to our nominees, guests, and viewers for what transpired during what should have been a celebratory event. Now, this is a part of the story that is kind of rubbing me the wrong way. They recently put out, with that statement, they said that they asked Will to leave and that he refused to, and the reason why that shit seems crazy to me, and you know, like I said, I'm just an observer, I'm just watching. The reason why that shit seems crazy to me is because, number one, if y'all wanted him out the building so bad, why the fuck y'all let him go up there and accept the shit? Number two, when it first came out, I heard, or you know what I mean, it was rumors online, so I could be wrong, you know, like but I heard that the showrunners or whoever were so stunned by what happened that they weren't even able to come to a decision before the show kept going on, and so that's what happened. So that's from my understanding. That's from my understanding, right? So that seemed kind of weird to me. But my main issue, and the issue that a lot of other people have with this as well, is the fact that y'all are rushing to suspension and expulsion when a lot, and I mentioned this in a previous video, a lot of people who are sitting there who are awarded by your organization are known abusers. Like, they're known sexual predators. So it just, and I wrote this down because I did not want to forget it. I said, this entire thing, you talking about expulsion and suspension and all this shit, you talking about repercussions. I said, it is indicative of what is seen as acceptable in the, entertainment industry, movie industry, in the music industry too. As long as the violence happens off screen, as long as the violence happens behind closed doors and not at our prestigious events, then it's excusable. Then we'll award you, then we'll reward you, we'll give you everything that you need, we'll gas you up, girl. But if you do that shit on our stage in front of people, then that's when we have that's when we have a problem. And I think that's really the heart of why people have, including myself, why people think it's so weird that people are just acting like Will is this fucking disgusting monster. Like, that's why you saw all that backlash against people who were just, okay, so for example, Amy Schumer said, and I don't know if she deleted this shit, but it was on Instagram, she said that she was triggered and traumatized. And she said she was waiting for this sickening feeling to go away from what we all witnessed. They're talking like Will Smith shot somebody on stage, and it's just like, with all y'all abuser friends, sexual predator friends that y'all continue to bring on these stages and award and shit, it just seems very disingenuous. Oh my God, everybody, oh my God. Like, the issue that I have with a lot of these people's reactions is that they are acting like Will just got up there and did this shit for no reason. They're acting like what he did was not a reaction. I think that's the first thing. The second thing is that a lot of people are trying to use this moment, I don't know, maybe it makes them feel good to act like Will is such a huge, crazy monster, just monstrous, the way that they speak about it. It's not to say that I don't know, I'm not saying that you have to agree with what Will did. Obviously, I'm not saying that shit. And people disagree, and that's fine, of course, like, I get it, I understand it. But to take it a step further and act like he's this crazy monster, it's one thing to be like, damn, Will, you shouldn't have did that shit. To be like, oh my God, this brute, he's a monster, he's a beast. Like, that's the energy that people had a lot of issues with when other celebrities were trying to act like that, So they were pulling their teeth, they were pulling their card. They were like, bitch, you over here talking about Will doing this and he's a monster here, oh my God, violence and all that. And they pulled their card, they pulled Zoe Kravitz's card. I don't even want to say some of the shit, the tea that they brought up about her ass on this. Like, they pulled her card, they was dragging from Wanda Sykes to fucking Jim Carrey, like, there was drag. Wanda Sykes was talking about, oh, Will Smith should apologize to us too, as in like the hosts, even though I guess he technically did because he said all the attendees, but whatever. But Wanda was just like, yeah, he should apologize to us because it's we were hosting essentially, so it's like you came into our house with that shit, and it's just like, I'm sorry, like, that's not y'all house. They brought Amy Schumer out there to babysit the both of y'all. And it's no shade, but it's just not your house. And I think that's just what I feel in general. Like, like when people talk about, oh my God, basically y'all took y'all black asses out there and acted a fool in front of these white people. It's just like, y'all didn't give a fuck about y'all asses, no way. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. So, but yeah, they were pulling these celebrities' cards. And like I said, it's one thing to be like, I don't like the way he handled it. There are better ways to deal with that shit. There are better ways to do that shit. Saying that, I think, is different than acting like he's this, I don't know, Frankenstein Dracula ass motherfucker. In my opinion, I feel like that's what a lot of people were doing, a lot of celebrities were doing. And that's the reason why they had so much backlash on social media. Because they were just like, if y'all are gonna disingenuously drag Will Smith for this shit, like, let's talk about what you got going on. And that's what happened. Like I said, Zoe Kravitz, that shit was, if y'all just search Zoe Kravitz on Twitter right now, it's a mess. It's a mess. I said on Monday that this was gonna be a long week, and I was definitely right. But yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I am very happy that Will Smith apologized, because like, I can only imagine, like, can you imagine like trying to rewatch your shit or go review your career, and it's just like you gotta avoid that entire show because you done showed out? Like, I can only imagine he's just like, his emotions calmed down, and he looked at the TV like, God damn, bro. Like, you know? So I'm happy he did. I'm happy he did it in the way that he did. I hope that, you know, I hope that everybody can just move forward from this shit. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say on this topic. You talking about beating a dead horse? Bitch, that horse ain't even dead no more. It's a zombie. At this point, it did the reverse on your ass. It's the Night King's horse. That's what this topic is, the Night King's fucking horse, okay? And on that note, I love y'all so much. Make sure you check out my description box for all my goodies. And make sure that you also have a good goddamn evening.
Very well. Hades, can you fuck me in your all like Mercedes? You can take my soul, just let me be first lady. But I won't sacrifice this pussy for a maybe.